It took me years to realize that every time I sabotaged myself, every time I played small, compared myself to others, overworked, strived, or felt like I had something to prove, I could trace it all back to one thing. I didn't feel worthy. And I know that I'm not alone in this. Hi, I'm Maggie, the Inspired Coach. If you're new here, welcome. In this episode, I'm going to talk about what worthiness really means, and I'm going to give you my biggest hack for snapping yourself out of that downward spiral. I remember when I was at drama school, when students would have difficulty with a scene or with difficult subject matter and they were working with the teacher on the floor, and sometimes the drama teacher would pull out of their back pocket this one thing that would really cut through the actor's BS and get them into a lot of feeling, which would often open up the scene. And that thing was, they would say, "You don't think you're enough, do you? When are you ever going to be enough? When?" Some variation of that. And usually the actor would burst into tears because it got in. There is some truth in it. So many of us live with this belief, and it is a belief. It's not true. It's a lie. It's not always consciously, but it's there in the background, shaping how we view the world, the lens through which we perceive life. People can compensate for this in a plethora of ways, sometimes by acting overly confident there's just so many different coping mechanisms. But I think a good indicator of whether or not someone feels worthy is whether or not they have inner peace. A lot of us strivers, hustlers, workaholics, hello, I see you. A lot of us have this issue. We can be driven by, "I'll show you," or "when I do this thing, then I'll be okay. When I achieve this thing, then I'll be okay. When I get the thing, then I'll be okay." Any number of versions of this. If you can relate, leave a comment. I'd love to read. So recently I was talking with someone whom I respect very much. She's a very wise person. And I was talking through a problem that I have, and I was discovering more layers of unworthiness. And she said something to me that really stopped me in my tracks. And the thing is, I've heard this thousands of times before, but there was something about this time that really hit home. It really got in. So she said to me, "You may not ever feel worthy." She said, "I wake up every day and I don't feel worthy, but I choose it. I choose worthiness. It's a choice." I'm like, wow. Oh my God, it's a choice. You don't wait for the feelings of worthiness to trickle down upon you and flood you, and you choose it. Worthiness is not a feeling that we're waiting to descend down upon our being. Feelings are fleeting and we're not in control of them, and they can come and go as they please. We are in control of whether or not we decide to feel our feelings, but we're not in control as to what feelings are coming in at any one time. Feelings are just feelings, and they can shift so quickly from so many things, even just things like lack of sleep or poor eating or low mood or hormones or what. All these things affect how we feel. So feelings are not really super reliable. So how can we trust that we're going to feel worthy? We have to choose it. So it means no matter how bad I feel, no matter how insecure I'm feeling on that particular day for whatever reason, I can make a choice. I can choose to still know that I'm worthy. I can choose to still know that I'm worthy and know that this is just a feeling passing through, or am I going to lock onto it and attach to it and go down the rabbit hole with it and make that my reality? So I can have big feelings that aren't comfortable while still knowing that I'm worthy. So I've done a video before on worthiness, and I'll link that in the description. And from the comment section, there was a few comments that made it clear to me that not all of us have a clear idea about what worthiness actually means. So I think some people are confusing being worthy with being a good person, and they're not the same thing. So just to be clear, to be worthy doesn't mean that we don't make mistakes and that we have to be perfect and that we're a good person, which is just a judgment. All people are worthy, because the bigger part of us, the eternal part of us, who we really are, is worthy. It's inherently worthy. We're worthy because we exist. So it doesn't matter whether you're good or bad or contribute to society or don't. It doesn't matter if you're mean or kind. You're worthy. You're worthy of love and of acceptance. You're worthy because you exist. It is preferable to be a good person as far as wanting to grow and evolve and help people and serve and be kind and all that good stuff. And then imagine if we all knew that we were worthy, we wouldn't feel the need to compare or play small or sabotage our successes and constantly try to prove ourselves. Which brings me to my hack. So if you are struggling with this, the most powerful thing that I can tell you is talk to your inner child. And I know some of you may roll your eyes at that, but inner child work is powerful. I use it a lot in my coaching. It really cuts through. If you look at your 5-year-old self, you get a photo of your 5-year-old self and you look at that photo of that beautiful little boy or girl, there's no way you could be mean to it. There's no way that you could berate it or tell it it's not good enough or not pretty enough or stupid or whatever it is that you feel. You just want to pull that little child in and give it the biggest hug and tell it how beautiful it is and how much you love it. That's inner child work. You would love that child instantly and completely without needing a reason. They wouldn't have to make the best castle in the sandpit for you to love them, right? They wouldn't have to do the best drawing for you to love them. They didn't have to do anything. You just love them. And we are that child. We all have that inner child, but it is us. I find this work so, so powerful. You could be in the midst of self-loathing and remember to check in with your inner child, and it just dissolves, because when you're talking to yourself like that, you're really talking to that 5-year-old self like that. And you just can't. It's just such a sobering instant so I recommend get a photo of yourself from whatever age speaks to you and keep it on your phone or put it on your bathroom mirror or on your bedside table and look at it just throughout the day, just to remind yourself that that little child is you. Because that little child is worthy of love, affection, and acceptance, and that little child is you. And just a reminder, I'm not a psychologist or a counselor. I do have a diploma in life coaching, but I'm talking from my life experience and my current level of understanding. I'm sharing with you my learnings in the hope that if you can relate, it might be able to help you too. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. I would love to read your comments. Do follow me on Instagram. I'm going to get more active over there. And if you're curious about coaching or want some support, my link is in the description. Till next time, my friends, stay inspired. I was getting into deeper layers of unworthiness, intentionally. And leave a comment. Oh my God. Let me just do that again.
Like and subscribe.